Hey everyone, this is Julien from Memory Cards, and I am here with Jake.
Yo, yo, yo.
So we are getting really close to E3, only a couple weeks out, and now is the time when we start seeing a lot of announcements, start seeing some early teases, developers start throwing us a bone. And this week we've had a couple big things happen, one being a Pokemon announcement, which we'll talk a little bit about at the end of this. But one of the big announcements is a new Fallout trailer for a game called Fallout 76. Now, I'm a big Bethesda boy, and you kind of aren't, Jake. You haven't been as enthused with Bethesda and Todd Howard and all the memes, which we talk about a lot.
I love the memes.
The memes are good. The Todd Howard memes will never not be funny. I always find them funny.
Pretty much the only Bethesda game that I've ever sunk some time into is Skyrim. I found all the other games way too clunky. You know, they've been using the same fucking engine since like 1998. So like, what are they doing? It's based off of an engine called Gamebryo.
Gamebryo?
Yeah.
My God. It was the embryo of their whole endeavor. So did you never play the Fallout games?
I've tried Fallout 3. I tried Fallout New Vegas, but I could never get into them. They just weren't that good to me.
Yeah. There was just something that didn't hook you.
No, not at all.
Okay. Well,
I don't really like that setting, to be honest with you, like the futuristic
post-apocalyptic stuff.
Like, I do love post-apocalyptic stuff,
okay.
but like I just found the way that it was done in the Fallout series, it wasn't something that I enjoyed.
That's interesting.
Like, the Skyrim stuff was easy to get into,
right.
But yeah.
I would agree that the Elder Scrolls series is maybe a little bit more accessible. The Fallout series, I think a lot of people actually do like it because of the setting and kind of the retro futurism, which is a draw for me because I find that stuff interesting and appealing. And I've definitely devoted a lot of time to the Fallout games, especially I think the Fallout 3 is the one I've spent the most time in. I played that game to death. And New Vegas was good as well. People forget that New Vegas is actually a pretty decent game.
I mean, most of the people that I've seen on like Reddit and stuff say New Vegas is the best Fallout game ever created.
Yeah. I mean, like casual gamers, I think. I mean, people that are super like Bethesda heads and like love those games. I think unanimously agree that New Vegas stands as the best of the Fallout series. And then Fallout 4, of course, kind of
was pretty divisive.
Yeah, kind of tore people apart, I guess, in one way of saying it, where people devoted to the Fallout series and Bethesda were reluctant to be critical of it, and casual gamers and game critics themselves, people in the industry, seem to mark it off as a very like lukewarm game, right? Like something that didn't reach the expectations of the next gen Fallout game. So we all, since Fallout 4's release in 2015, have been patiently waiting for whatever Bethesda is going to do next in terms of a big open world RPG. And many assumed that at this year's E3 we would see either a announcement for the next Elder Scrolls game or potentially something relating to an unnamed game, codenamed Starbound. I don't know if that's an official name. Is it Starbound or Starfield?
Yeah, Starfield.
Starbound is the other game. I make that mistake when thinking about it. Starfield, which we don't really know what that is, if it's like an open world space adventure game, or that name gets tossed around and people know that it's like a rumored game that's being developed by Bethesda. So
it just seems like they are doing everything in their power to not release a new Elder Scrolls game.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not sure. I mean, they did release Elder Scrolls Online, and then they also have the card game, and I think that they're happy with those right now, honestly. Like,
but it's just like people want, an actual game.
Yeah, for sure. People do, and myself. I mean, I would love a new Elder Scrolls game. Is now the time for one? I don't know. They have Elder Scrolls Online, which is still going, and their card game, which is actually pretty fun. I'm not sure what the user base for that game is. but I think that they're okay with those two properties right now. And I don't know how antsy they are to get a new Elder Scrolls game out. But we did have this Twitch stream go up a couple days ago that was hyping up an announcement that Bethesda was going to make on the stream. Did you watch any of that stream?
No, just because I saw like gifs of it and it was just like the same static, shot. But like they got so many people to watch nothing.
Yeah, they had like almost 200,000 people watching a TV that was showing just, as you said, like static and nothing, and a bobblehead for like almost 48 hours or something, or like 20. I think it was longer than just 24 hours that they had this stream up, and they saw a pretty consistent user, amount of people watching it, which is crazy. And what they ended up revealing was a trailer for an upcoming game called Fallout 76. Now, you saw the trailer, right?
Yeah, it was just the normal fare of CG, which looks great. It doesn't really give us any information on the game itself. Not really that much information, but it looks good, obviously.
Yeah. I mean, you're right. There isn't much shown or given away in this trailer. It's very reminiscent of early trailers for the other games, where it's just kind of like there's like a voiceover and there's just like panning shots.
It's just giving you like some lore and some background and stuff.
But what we do know so far, and we'll break it down for you, is that this game takes place 20 years after the infamous war that destroys most of the countries and cities of that world, of the Fallout world. So I think it takes place in 2076, which is...
No, it takes place 2102.
Oh, 2102. Okay, so I'm not... So I don't... What is it? Do you know what the 76 is in reference to?
It's Vault 76.
Right, that's it. Okay, yeah. So obviously the Fallout series, vaults are a big deal. Vaults are an integral part of the game. We're not going to spend too much time getting into the lore of Fallout right now, but what we know is that this isn't going to be a normal Fallout experience.
No.
Nor is it going to be something like Fallout Vault, or what was that called? Vault? The mobile game?
Shit, I can't remember.
It had Vault in the name.
Vault? I don't know. Whatever.
Yeah, it doesn't matter. The mobile game is what we're speaking on. I think you can actually play it on Xbox and consoles now. But what this is going to be, what it sounds like, is some sort of like online multiplayer hybrid. I've actually heard that it's going to be similar to a game like Rust, like the PC game.
Yeah.
That's like an open world survival game. That's online, and you sort of like a combination of like Rust and
survival and stuff.
Yeah. So like you would start with nothing, and there's an element of base building to it. Definitely not what people were expecting, and maybe didn't assume where the Fallout direction would go.
Yeah.
So
what's interesting about this is that this was actually leaked in December of last year on 4chan.
That's crazy. I didn't know that.
Fallout 76, a Fallout themed Rust clone is coming soon, which it was leaked on Thursday, December 28th.
Of last
December
year.
28th. Yeah.
Wow.
And like nobody, people were just like, yeah, okay.
Just pissed on it.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Like,
dude, leaks are crazy if you think about it.
Yeah. And Jason Schreier, the guy from Kotaku, who never really, he never really speaks on rumors unless he's absolutely positive, and he's like, yeah, it's a Rust clone.
Yeah, that's crazy, man.
Which could be cool, to be honest. Like, I really do think that could be cool.
Yeah, I mean, if it's well polished, and because like what I find is to be a problem with a lot of those type of games, like those big survival games, is that they're really wonky. Right? Like, for lack of a better word, like there's a lot, and it mostly in due in part because so many of those survival games that come out are released in early access. So there's a lot of technical issues, which Fallout is kind of notorious for also.
Pretty much every Bethesda game is
Yeah.
notorious for that.
So if they find a way to balance like traditional Fallout mechanics with a survival game that's a Rust clone and have it be technically efficient, I will be fine with that, and I would definitely play it. So yeah, I mean, it's pretty cool. I'm just excited that Bethesda is gonna show some cool new stuff off at their press conferences here at E3, and I'll be looking forward to that for sure. And maybe, who knows? Well, maybe we will get a surprise trailer for something else. Or maybe they'll
it'd be
announce.
nice to see Starfield.
Yeah, maybe they'll say, "Here's Starfield. By the way, it's available now on Nintendo Switch, mobile, Xbox, PS4, and PC. Go download now."
Yeah, it'd be pretty cool.
Yeah. Okay, so then quickly, let's just cover the Pokemon stuff. Kind of a lot to digest with the recent Pokemon press conference that they had in Japan, where they showed off Pokemon Let's Go Pikachu and Pokemon Let's Go Eevee. Initial reaction, quick thoughts?
I don't care about them. Like, they look really boring, and for amateurs, not amateurs, I guess for newcomers, they're trying to cash in on the Pokemon Go fan base, but I feel like that should have been out a year after Pokemon Go came out, not 2 years.
I mean, that's the thing, is that like Pokemon Go died for a lot of people after a few months, and those that stuck around have been continuously, it's kind of not, I mean, screwed over is a harsh way of putting it, but I feel like I've seen a lot of negative fan reaction for people who still play Pokemon Go. And
like, I mean, I don't know anybody that plays Pokemon Go.
Yeah.
Everybody I know played it for like a month or two, and then they just dropped it.
Yeah. And but obviously they still have a significant user base still playing, and these two new games, Pokemon Let's Go Pikachu and Pokemon Let's Go Eevee, is a combination of Pokemon Go mechanics with like a traditional core Pokemon game. This one seemingly a remake.
It drops all of the mechanics.
Right. It's seemingly a remake of Pokemon Yellow, where they've replaced the battle system and the catching system with the Pokemon Go battle system and catching system.
Which I don't care for.
I mean, I need a Pokemon core game on Switch. Even if they just were like, hey, you know what? We're going to release every generation in its original form on Switch as a virtual console situation. The likelihood of that, pretty much zero, but wow, would I be stoked for that.
See, I don't think I would be able to do that, because I don't know the right way to explain it, but like, I kind of move on. Like, I can't go back and play the old games again. They're just so slow.
Really?
Yeah.
So maybe you're just not, maybe Pokemon just isn't something that you can do anymore. Maybe like you just like your taste in games.
I liked X and Y. It's just Pokemon Sun and Moon held your hand through every single aspect of the game.
Yeah, totally.
Like, you couldn't do anything without a cutscene happening. You couldn't, pretty much do anything without them saying, no, you need to go here. They would cut you off from certain parts of the island.
Yeah.
So you would have to do it their way. And it's like, I understand it's a kid's game, but just put a difficulty in there. Put like an advanced difficulty or something. You know what I mean?
And they have done that. I think in Black and White, they had, like, once you beat the game the first time, I think you could replay it in hard mode.
Yeah, you can. But like, it would just be better if they gave you that right off the bat.
Maybe that's what these games are missing is a difficulty meter, and obviously that isn't something that would work in these new Let's Go games. But who knows? Maybe that's something they could add in a future. I mean, we know that there could be a Pokemon core game coming out in 2019 for Switch, so maybe they'll include difficulty for that. But
maybe, but I don't know. Apparently, Game Freak are pretty lazy developers when it comes to implementing new features.
Right. All right. Well, so that is our hot take right now on Fallout and Pokemon, some stuff that we'll be seeing at E3 in 2018. We're going to be having a bunch of E3 content, hopefully, in the next couple weeks. It's an exciting time to be a video gamer, exciting time to be in the industry, and we're looking forward to a lot of stuff. So let us know in the comments what your thoughts are on the Fallout 76 and the Pokemon Let's Go trailers. Let us know what they did for you, and if you liked the video, please go ahead and like and subscribe for more content, and we will see you again soon.
Peace.